So I'm frustrated. So here's the deal. There's a lot of stuff going around in the film photography community about the lack of inclusion, disrespect of women in the community, basically. This has been going on for a very long time. I have not spoken on it specifically. I probably should have, thinking about it now, but my way of dealing with it was making sure to showcase as many women as possible on Analog Talk podcast. One of the reasons why I wanted to even start a podcast is because I felt like there wasn't any women representation in the community, at least not that any that I was seeing. And I feel very lucky and grateful that I have a partner who not only is a champion for women, he's a fan of women, and he keeps us in check. Speaking about Timothy, if we go too long without having a woman on the show, he notices and is like, hey, we gotta get another woman, like, let's go. So I'm very grateful for that. It's just a bummer. And a lot of it has been happening for a long time, but recently there's been some things popping up that are just very disheartening. Two things happened within a week, and it's brought on this, it's kind of going viral, which is a good thing. The most recent thing that happened was a very prominent photographer who has over 400,000 followers on his Instagram account chose to put out a list of YouTubers, film photography YouTubers that he thought people should follow, which is great. And a lot of those people that are on that list, I admire. I watch their channels. I've had them on my show. It's not for lack of, it's the, it's just, if you have 400,000 followers and you push out a list of people that you think other people should check out, and there's no women on the list, and it keeps happening, and it just needs to stop. Like, it needs to stop. I'm not good at rants. I don't do videos like this very often, but I felt the need to share my frustration and say that I say how I feel, basically. I want to make it a 2021 goal. God, that's crazy. To do a better job of highlighting women and LGBTQ and people of color on Analog Talk and on my Instagram. And I think it's 2020. It's about to be 2021. And if you are a guy in the community and you aren't seeing the incredibly talented women that are beside you, it's a problem. It's a problem, because there's so many of us that deserve to also be shouted out because we're equally as talented. And it's a slap in the face, and it feels like almost a joke at this point, because it keeps happening. It keeps happening. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people, a lot of guys in the community who do a really good job of making sure that women are included. Chris Visser is excellent at it. Jason from Restore from Backup, he's his recent tweet about making sure to do better is just a wonderful thing, and we need more of that. But it's not only in the film photography community that this stuff is happening. It's basically in the photography industry. I want to bring up two tweets by two women who I admire and follow. They were tweeted this month. So this is not like, this is years ago, and we've gotten better. This is by TE Films. Taylor, who I love and adore. She's a phenomenal human being. Does a shit ton for the film photography community. This is her tweet. I tell you what, the photography industry is such trash for women sometimes. It is. And like, I look at this tweet and the fact that I've had thoughts like, wow, if I was a man, I would be much further along. I would get all these other opportunities that I'm not getting. Like, why am I feeling like this in 2020? Like, this, it's just, I don't know. This video is not going to be very good. I apologize, guys, but I just needed to get some things off my chest, and that's all I can really say. This is like a little video rant, so forgive me. But this is Emily Swift on Twitter, who I follow, and I think she's phenomenal. It's 2020. Why is sexism in photography still so real? Cry emoji. And then she goes on to say about specific events that has happened to her during Fashion Week. I mean, I've had really crappy things happen to me on film sets in LA. And, you know, it's not to say, again, that I've had really great experiences on film sets, specifically with my male colleagues. So it really just shouldn't be the exception. It should be the rule. Like, we should all respect each other no matter what our gender is. I mean, that's just, at this point, like, what is, like, why? Because I'm not a white 50-year-old guy? I deserve your respect. I'm doing the job. I have the talent. I busted my ass. So, I also want to say thank you to the people who have been champions. Joan Michelle, you're my freaking hero, because you've been saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it. And I'm going to follow your lead, and I'm going to keep saying it and call it out when it happens. Over the summer, during the Black Lives Matter movement, a fellow YouTuber wanted to raise some money for some charities, which is a great idea, phenomenal thing. He made a print sale with a bunch of YouTubers, but he left out women. There was no women on the list. This particular YouTuber corrected his mistake, and I was asked to be a part of that print sale, which, you know, I applaud him for realizing his mistake, or listening when people called him out on it, and he had promised to do better, which I think is wonderful. And but it really would just be nice to be included on these lists, these exclusive print sales, just because you think we're equally as talented, not because you were called out. That's it. It's that simple. I'm in my feelings about this, obviously, but I just needed to get this off my chest. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any recommendations for people to follow I may not know about, leave them below, please, so I can check them out and follow. I'm going to be doing more things on my Instagram as well. I followed Danielle, Girl with Too Many Cameras, lead at the beginning of the week, and asked for suggestions on my Instagram, the question box, and I literally was introduced to so many female photographers I didn't even know about, and I didn't even get through the list. I have to go back and reshare what's left on the list because there's so many. So we're out there. That's the point. But yeah, I'm going to be doing more stuff like that. I've got some other ideas. I'm not going to share yet, but okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. Sorry if I was in my feelings, but I felt like I needed to say how I was feeling, and I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to Analog Talk Podcast. Thank you for liking my photos on Instagram. Let's just keep the momentum going with the highlighting women in the community right now. I think it's a very good thing. Yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.